up for you. It's SOS, please. SOS, sorry, from Rihanna. Don't feel right that we're in SHIB and it's taken this long to get things going. We have a massive sell off today as well as yesterday. It's been a horrible couple of days as we gear up for the Fed meeting tomorrow and we get a little bit of a CIP report. I heard that there's a CIP report in the morning. And then we have Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow. That is not helping matters whatsoever. So the clock is ticking. Swift versus UPI versus AI systems versus WPI. So we're going to get right into today's session. Massive love show to everybody. Massive love show to the entire world. This is the worldwide live stream TV broadcast from SHIB, SHIB, the only network that brings you into the real scope of what's really going on. And where can we see SHIB going? We should have already been here. Should be taken off already. We already came up and said that the value of SHIB should have been 30596. We still maintain that level of euphoria. Unfortunately, we even have even more. So we're looking at about 598 right now. 30598, according to the recent polls and the amount of reductions that we've gotten over the last little while. So we are considerably undervalued because of the amount of what? The amount of outstanding SHIB there is? No, because of what we've burned so far. So that burn is not being reflected in price. We also don't have the exchanges burning it. We still don't have the cryptocurrencies burning it. We still don't have the worldwide network burning SHIB. We talked about this before. I asked AI this tonight. Today I asked them about where could SHIB go. Massive love shout out to Bear, Wendy. Massive love shout out to you. Absolutely in the house, Wendy. How are you doing? Where are you from? Which country? You from Canada? From the U.S.? Massive love shout out to Canada and the U.S., by the way. Massive love shout out to South America. Massive love shout out to Africa. Massive love shout out to the U.K., Euro. Chris Benz. Hi, Breeze. Sorry, Chris. Massive love shout out to you. And where are you from? And yes, we're here to talk about. We talked about this last night. I was gonna break it down for you. Canada, Wendy, way to go! Yeah, we're broadcasting live from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I don't know how long we're gonna be able to say that for, but we're in Calgary. UK. Well, massive love shout out to Chris. Breeze, love to see everybody come in from all over the world. That's awesome. Anyone holding SHIB right now? Anybody? Nobody? We're going to get into the networks here in a minute. The clock is ticking on Swift, not Swifties, but Swift and API systems and WPI. Anyone know what those are? The keto chef. Right on. All meat, all cheese, all fat, and no carbs. Woo! Mohammed. United Kingdom. Excellent. Or Manchester United. So another UK. Excellent. So yeah, the SHIB 50/50 raffle is in reference to pounds. Because I don't like changing the amounts all the time. And yes, we have a sell-off in SHIB, which is, it is what it is. It's all cryptocurrencies. It's not just one cryptocurrency. But I understand your frustration because SHIB should never sell off. If it's constantly reducing its circulating supply, it should be always what? Going up, not down, right? Should never go down. I absolutely agree with you. Especially at this valuation. So, Swift, the legacy giant. Everybody talks about Swift, right? XRP, right? Their XRP is competing with Swift, trying to get it abolished so that they can do it faster. They're saying they can do it faster, but they're also competing against UPI. UPI in China, Singapore, UPI. Brazil is the PIX. So for those that don't know, PIX in Europe. APIs. And Africa. So that's the secondary wallet, that's UPI for Africa. So you can see the difference in the correlation. India, UPI. So the UPI is faster, better than Swift by about 10 times. So XRP is competing with Swift, but Swift is more like North America. I was talking about that yesterday. And what that means when you're competing against a product that's being outsourced by other countries. So they're not using it. They're using other forms, right? Like China's using UPI. Singapore is using UPI. Brazil's using the PIX. Europe is using the API, and Africa is using the UPI. So that tells you right there. So if anyone's interested in the count for what's going on, if you're thinking about running up against, I know XRP was looking at was really doing a head count on Swift. I know that from yesterday because everybody was asking about it. And I said, well, it's going to be outdone. They're getting into technology that's obsolete now. So Swift is obsolete, guys. It's fast, but it's only in North America. UPI now is 10 times to 12 times faster than API. And they're using it on their phones to transfer money back and forth. And they can do that in a split second. So it's not feasible anymore to keep track of what's going on with that. Anyone anyone notice that? UPI, WPI. This is the best, right? The ghost in the wires. This is so fast, it's going to make your head spin 3 times. But it's in developmental stages. It's on the only through the Worldwide Council. So please keep that in mind. That's the 3rd generation or 4th generation, depending on how you look at it. Unseen force potential universal payment bridge quietly forming. So it's going to take over. So if you're not on board, you're going to miss out, right? Technology-based API, CBDCs, blockchain settlement ledgers also are working on this development. Government model, multilateral, likely BIS, 20G involvement. Anyone know what that means? That's absolutely fast. Think of WPI, universal adapter that speaks all payment languages, enforces instant, secure, global money movement, compliant, global money movement. No middleman needed. So it's gonna be quick, fast, and boom, baby. Now, if they're smart, they'll be using SHIB. If it's through AI, that's going to be nasty. Disruptions, infrared wars, and WPI formation. United standards tested behind the scenes. So for everyone that doesn't know, that's going to be a mild, a windbreaker of a boomstick. Every year Swift delays reform, it loses relevance. And you got XRP competing with that. Are you kidding me? Why would you, you should be looking at WPI. You should be looking at formations of UPI, where their standards are a lot more higher, a lot faster. They might not be better right now, but they could be faster, right? API, WPI. Massive love shout out to farming. What's the next price? Microsoft stock. Okay, so Microsoft. Okay, we don't normally cover stocks. I told you why. You're going to get more return on your buck with in farming. You're going to get more return on your buck with SHIB. I like it. Farm. I don't want to get. I don't want to hurt you or anything like that with this, but everything has to come to SHIB if they want to make even more money. It's their way of printing money. Without printing money, you get to erase the amount that's in supply, and they're paid to reduce it. I don't know how I can I want everybody to understand that concept, please. Okay, companies are getting paid to reduce SHIB. When they reduce it, think about it. You buy it, right? And then you're getting paid to reduce it. So you're making money both ways. So it's like them printing money. And every single company that doesn't take advantage of that, I'm sorry, but what are you doing exactly? Every single company should be taking advantage of that. And the fact that they're not gives everybody an opportunity to buy at extremely low prices right now. That's the whole point of why we cover SHIB so much, why we love it so much. Companies all over the world will get paid to reduce the circulating supply. No cost to them. What does that do if they're able to buy it and then reduce it, and then buy some more, then reduce it, costing them nothing? And what are they doing? Adding more value. Now, guess what? 10 million, right? I said, how long for 10 trillion SHIB, if every single company in the world were to adopt it tomorrow, how long would we run out of the supply to 10 trillion SHIB left? AI came up and said 4 days. 4 days, guys. Do you understand what that means? 10 trillion SHIB, that's all we have left in 4 days. If every single company started to do a buy and then reduce, and a very small buy-in, like $1,000, because not everybody can get in. Not all 10 million companies can get in. Teach us, man. Eddie, massive love show to you. Abdullah, massive love show to you. Well, it's good that everybody's reaching out from all over the world, because SHIB is a worldwide currency. Also the people's currency, right? That's our currency. That's ours. And in order for you to hold it or buy into it, you have to own it. You have to get into it. So if you're not, if you're in the UK, how many people are in Binance in the UK? How many? How many in Binance? How many in BitBuy? Which one's cheaper, by the way? I think Binance is expensive, isn't it? They're not very competitive, but they are very, very secure. ZZ's got the handle on everything. He also holds about 43 trillion SHIB, by the way, guys, on Binance. They have about 9.5, or it could be more than that, 9.5 trillion just on their own platform. That's not owned, okay? So they have the SHIB to pay you out. Eddie's in the house. What's up, Abdullah? Eddie, I know SHIB. How can you know SHIB for 8 years, Eddie? It's only been around for less than 5. SHIB, Shiba Inu, has only been around since 2020. Okay, and its birthday's coming up very quickly, August 1st. 2020 was when it was created. The birth of Shiba Inu cryptocurrency. It didn't become the people's currency until when? Does anyone know when? May 12th, 2021. Why is that so important? Why is that date so important to everybody that's holding SHIB? Come on, let's rock it. Let's rock it. Farming. You want to know about Microsoft farming? I can tell you about Microsoft. Great company, right? Can't argue. Everyone in the world, almost every IBM, you have to get Microsoft put on it, right? It's a staple. Sorry, it's a staple. It's like rice to the Asians. It's a staple. It's like potatoes to North America. It's a staple. We have our potatoes with our meat and stuff. Whereas if you're in Asia, it's all rice. It's rice, man. It's just rice. Rice is rice. Anyway, yeah, so we'll get into Microsoft. Geometrics of... That's right, seems... like a diner. 512. So Microsoft is like saturated, right? It is on the new platforms, but the thing is that people aren't buying new computers because it's too damn expensive. It's too darn expensive. Sorry about the other word. Anyway, so what's going on with Microsoft is that can it go to $600? Absolutely. When it was at $54, I wish I would have bought it. Right, everybody, $54. Wish you would have bought it at $54. That was 10 years ago, by the way, and now it's 10 times your money from there. So that's awesome, right? It did hit. It did hit 518. Okay, that was a day ago. Let's look at a year ago. Okay, so it's at all-time highs. Anything at an all-time high, guys, is a little scary. Doesn't mean anything. Just means it's a little scary. It can also go higher. Absolutely can it go higher. It's at 512 right now. It was at 518. It did come down, but it's up $93. 22.45% since April. So April 21st. It was at 359. So that's a great rate. That's a good rise. Farming. That's a good rise for Microsoft. So when I take some off the table, that's up to you, depending on if you like the dividend, because the dividend yield on it is pretty darn good. Can you do better? Yes. You can do better. You can buy it in NVIDIA, but it's expensive. I would recommend Amazon, purchasing Amazon over Microsoft, only because of the difference in variance that it gives you, because you get more bang for your buck with Amazon currently. As things pick up, though, in the marketplaces, you want to own something that's moving, right? Everything comes down to SHIB, though. Every single company is going to want to buy it and get their hands on it. Not all of them are going to be able to get in, of course, and they're not going to get in at the price that they want, because right now the price is low. Every single one of them should be looking at it. This is a coin. Okay, Carl. SHIB, guys, I don't know how to explain it to you. It should have went already. Okay? Like, you know how lucky you are, Carl, to buy it at this level? That's how I look at it, okay? I don't look at it as the glass is half empty or anything. I look at it and say, excuse me, but if it's always reducing its circulating supply, and it's always going to have market share where people are going to want to buy in, why are they selling it? You don't think that this is being manipulated in any way, shape, or form? Of course it's being manipulated, but by who? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. What do you mean, what sadness is this, Jordan? We're not sad. We're happy. We're ecstatic, right? Everybody should be ecstatic. Even if the price is low, that gives everybody else a chance to buy in. That's the whole point of it, right? Jordan? Okay, good, right? Jordan gets it. That's right. I remember the devs. 3 zeros. Okay, Carl. Whatever the devs tell you, void it. Like the plague. Right now, the devs are helping, but we don't know how they're helping, right? They say they're helping, but proof is in the pudding, right? Put your proof in the pudding. So they just signed a massive deal with Gate.io and Bluebit. Now, Bluebit's kind of scary because you don't know who's buying because they don't divulge that information. They don't even give you the wallet addresses on their exchange. So, like, that's scary. And it's going to be over Shibarium. So, I think they finally clued in, the dev team finally clued in, if they're going to make money, they're going to need to drive volume to SHIB. In order to do that, they're going to have to reduce SHIB. Now, I don't think the development team is going to do it. I think Gate.io and Bluebit are the only ones that's going to start the reduction in SHIB. They get paid. Remember this. They get paid to reduce it. Massive love, shout out to Fives. Yo, 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 gang. In the house. Way to go, Fives. Brighten it up a little bit. Spark it up. That's right. Get everybody hyped. We don't want to pump it up. It doesn't need to get pumped up. What it needs is get everybody needs to see what SHIB can do for them. That's the whole point. Carl, I got news for you, my friend. Okay? Sit down and listen to this very, very carefully. AI. The SHIB 50/50 raffle, by the way, guys, we can't host it without selling tickets, right? Okay? And that's 50% burn, 50% goes towards the winner. Raul says hi in the house. Raul, massive love, show to you. Carl, yes. Can we burn 2 trillion? I got news for you, Carl. Once AI buys enough SHIB, I have no idea what the target price on this is. I know for a fact that OpenAI, Gemini, Meta is looking into it. IBM is looking into it. Those AI platforms are definitely looking at SHIB. Now, are they acquiring it or accumulating it? So far, about 14.2 trillion have been acquired. That is unanswered. But no, we don't have a definitive answer as to who is buying it. And we don't know if they're just buying it small or if they're buying it on large quantities. I would suspect large quantities. Fives. Hi, welcome. Omid. Hi, Omid. Fives. Hello there. Great. I know you're there, Fives. Raul. How are you, Raul? Where are you from? Fives. I know where you're from. Omid. Good to see you. Palms. No, not American. Canadian. From Canada. Broadcasting from Calgary. Right. This is the SHIB Worldwide TV live stream broadcast channel. Carl, the problem is that everybody's expecting these massive burns. When AI burns, this is what's going to happen. You ready? You see the trend on the channel? Not on the channel. Hold on a second. I'll give you a breakdown of exactly. You're not going to be able to follow it. Everybody's going to say the same thing to you all the time. It's not burning enough. Are we at 1305? 4 zeros 1305? Oh, man. Sorry about this, guys. It's a little late. Almost love to from Europe. No problem. Pumice. Yeah, 13027 through 13026. Okay, so gonna go into the burn. We an hour ago we just burned 18,648,34. So Carl, answer your question. We're gonna see burns. Yes, you're gonna see burns, but guess what? You're gonna see burns of around 100 million every second, which means you won't see it every second, right? Because it takes long before it processes it, and it's going to be steadily 1 second, 120, 120, 120, 120 every single second. Everybody in the world is going to say it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean burn, but it doesn't mean anything. Okay? In the day, at the end of the day, 10 trillion SHIB removed by AI. I can't compete with that. Nobody can. How would they do that? It's based on the amount of volume that's coming in. So what happens is they're buying it and then burning it. So as soon as it comes in, they snap it up and then they send it to the dead end wallet instantly. Okay? That's what you're going to be expecting. So when you see a buy at 1328, that's going to be taken off. When you see a sell order of 1328, that's taken off. 1321, that's taken off. 1326, that's taken off. 200 million, 200 million, 200 million, 980 million. Gone, 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 gone. Get it? That's AI. That's exactly what's going to happen. And it's only based on the amount that comes in, can they reduce it? So does that make sense? And if we have 10 trillion, 12 trillion, 13 trillion SHIB taking place, that's 5 trillion gone in the day. But you know what people are going to say? It doesn't mean anything until about the 5th or 6th day. Then they're going to be like, hey, what happened to the supply? Sorry, it's gone. Sleep well, Fives. I'm going to sleep. Promise. Sorry I missed you, Promise. Love that kind of European. Yes, that's right. We do. We love the Europeans. Thanks so much. Massive love shout to Leah. Massive love shout to Fives. You're welcome. Thank you. And have a good night. Palms. Yeah, we're at 4012978. We are extremely undervalued. Our valuation should be at 30598 right now. So we are well undervalued. And yes, we did burn. We burned over 600 million yesterday. That's over $8,400 USDT given back to the entire SHIB community that most people missed out on. And massive love shout to Babes channel. Thanks so much for shouting out to everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the channel if you haven't already. Thanks, everybody. Absolutely fantastic to have you here. We really appreciate having everybody come in and spreading the love. Now, someone asked about Nikki, but is that Nikki on the NASDAQ or is that Nikki from BNS? Asper, yo, all in on Doge. Asper, don't forget to like the channel, Asper. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Why do you like Doge so much? The #1 meme coin in the world, right? And Elon Musk is a big fan of Doge. Is that the only reason that you like Doge so much? Doge is minting, by the way, every single day, just so that everybody knows. Join the community. Yes, 5. Thank you. Join the community. Be part of the biggest, most productive TV broadcast from the SHIB Army Association so that we can get this message out to the entire world. And Carl, I'm sorry that the dev team has let you down. I absolutely understand. They've all let us all down. You like the dog? Shiba Inu is just like that dog, right? It's exact duplicate. It's a Japanese model. It's the 5 because you're all interesting. Excellent. Massive love shout to everybody. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance to come in and say their piece. We love the dog too, right? Asper, we love the dog. Shiba Inu is going to change everything. You don't believe me? Watch. And I know that Carl's like looking at going, well, AI, but we don't know if AI. We know that AI is acquiring. But we only know about 14.2 trillion. We don't know how many, and we don't know where. Okay, guys. And normally we watch for little things like a millionth of a second transactions. As soon as a lot of cryptocurrency comes up for a grab that is taken up, we know that's probably not human. That's probably either somebody buying exactly what someone's selling, or because it's so fast, it's probably AI. Even if I were to post it and I was to tell my friend to buy what I'm selling, it would never happen that fast unless they knew about it and it was like done in private. But when you see it come on, when you see the amount come on and go right off, yeah, and it's a large sum, like 70 billion SHIB to 100 trillion. If it's in that scope range and it's happening within a blink of an eye, chances are it's an AI platform doing it. It's not possible to be human, but we don't know how much AI has accumulated. That's the truth, and we can't prove it. And when we do prove it, it's going to be too bloody late for everybody by the time we do prove it, because you'll be paying a lot more money for it. Okay. Anyone else got any questions, concerns? Well, let's get into tonight's broadcast. I think I went over the challenges for XRP, because I know everybody was watching the XRP to find out what tonight's broadcast was going to be about, and that was what I was breaking it down. And they were more worried about Swift taking over Swift, but Swift is now obsolete. It's on its way out. API, UPI, which is in India, all through Asia, is this UPI. API is, where's API? Hold on to your party hats. Fast, real-time, people first. Fragmented globally, unlimited by regulations. So Swift, trusted by legacy banks and nations. Slow, costly, publicly fragile. That's why XRP was competing with it, right? Because it wanted to avoid that. But now you have WPI, global, programmable, settlement ready. Still merging, politically complex to launch. Okay, well, it offers so much security that it's one of the top, but it's still in R&D phase. Hugh, that's like shout out to Hugh. Yeah. So where can we expect SHIB to go? I'm going to tell you right now. There are about 57 different scenarios, and all of them positive for SHIB. All of them positive, guys. So that's what you're up against. That's what everybody's waiting for. Billy! Oh, White, 82. Massive love, shout out to Billy. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, you're up because oil's up. So yeah, we're going to be separating from Canada. Everybody's thinking, everyone in the States is thinking 51st state. I'm thinking we just want sovereignty. We'll talk about the different aspects of us going on our own or joining with the U.S. The only thing that's good about joining with the U.S. is we don't have to worry about border patrol. We don't have to worry about forming our own currency. I think that we would be smart to have SHIB as our currency if we went on our own. I think that would be the way to go, because it's constantly adding value, which means what? We would have a massive, and SHIB would get a facelift right away, because we would have a market cap of around $2 to $3 trillion. That would definitely boost us up into the what range, right? Almost the penny range. Instantaneous. But the government's going to do what with it? Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Every time we do a transaction that's in our currency, we are going to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. Now, why would we do that? Raise the price, baby. Raise that price. We need that price to $3 to $4. In order to do that, we need to burn it. By what? Transactions, baby. Every time we do a transaction, there's 2 or 3% burn on everything we buy and sell using it. So that's going to be a massive undertaking if we were to do that. We have over 5 million people. You do the math, and we buy and sell goods all the time. Every time we buy and sell goods using our currency, guess what's going to happen to SHIB? It's going to increase in value every single time we do it. And I'm shocked. This is what I'm saying to everybody. I'm shocked this hasn't caught on yet. I'm shocked it hasn't caught on yet. We had 2 major reductions in SHIB. Both of them sent shockwaves to the rest of the crypto exchanges, and none of them caught on to it. Not a one. Even the ones that did the burning, which is phenomenal, right? And they got paid to do it. That's the best part. So if anyone or any exchange decides that they're going to do it and pull this stunt off, they're going to get paid to do it. And if they're getting paid, why wouldn't they continue to do it? Exactly. And how do they get paid? They get to write off 2 to 3% off of what they lost. Now, it's a complete and utter loss when you donate it to the rest of the community because it's given as a burn. It's gone through as a donation. So they get to donate that whole amount off and claim it on their taxes in each country that they do business with. That means that they're all making money from all these other countries because they're able to break it down, right? Exactly. So every time they're doing a major reduction, they're getting paid to do it. And the volume picks up 1,000-fold. Money in their pocket on the volume. Because exchanges make their money off of volume. So if you're making your money off of the volume, and you're seeing a rise in volume every time you do a massive burn, you're not going to stop because you're continually making money. None of these exchanges have figured this out, but it won't take long before they do. Money. Yeah, money. They don't look at SHIB as reducing it for your benefit. It's for their benefit. I benefit. Right? I have an exchange. I have a lot of SHIB. I want to reduce it so I get what? More people on my exchange. The more I burn, the more I earn because I got volume. The volume picks up, the more I make. Repeat process. It's not rocket science. It's just, hey, listen, I'm going to make money. Every time I do a burn, I'm going to get what? Rewarded by the volume. Volume's going to come in. It's going to bring me even more money. I'm going to burn even more SHIB. Hello. How come Shibarium hasn't caught on to this? I think they just did. They just did a big partnership with who? Gate.io. How much is Gate.io? 4.5 trillion. Blue bit. We have no idea. That's scary, hairy bananas. Because theirs is so secretive, they don't tell you. It's scary, right? Because AI can work through them. But all the small organizations can work through Bybit too, or Bluebit. Sorry, Bluebit. Bybit's a totally different animal. Bluebit should have been doing this. Bybit should have been doing this a long time ago. Margex should have been doing this a long time ago. Right? BTCC, Upbit should be doing this. They have a massive chunk of SHIB. OKX, Coinbase, Robinhood, they all should be doing this. Like, they have enormous amount of SHIB. Did you know that the top 40 wall holders are holding on to 385 trillion SHIB? 385 trillion are held by the top 40 wall holders. The top 50 wall holders are holding over 400 trillion. So you think about that for a second. Over 400 trillion between the top 50 wall holders. That is a massive amount of SHIB being held by the top 50 wall holders. That's more than 70%, right, guys? It's like 69? No, 70 something. So that leaves 30% for the rest of the world. Yep. 289 trillion for the rest of the world to take advantage of. And there's 1,528,296 last time I checked wallet holders in where is it? Etherscan. That's right, Etherscan. Yeah, 528,298 wallet holders on Etherscan. Now we're going to go into Crypt because we like Crypt. Crypt is awesome, right? Crypt isn't crypti.io for everyone that's new. Theirs is the same as what was it? CoinCarp. Not always updated. It's it's not always updated, and we're 2,843,737. NA hasn't gone up today, but this is delayed big time. It's like 30 minutes to 40-minute delay, and it's not accurate. So please keep that in mind too. Okay, we have burned. Yeah, so last 24 hours, it was 19,848,000 SHIB removed from circulation. Yeah, somewhere around there. So it's pretty close. So that's gone for good, right? Everybody understand that. Every time we do a reduction, adds value to SHIB. No one gets that, right? All the ones that are selling it anyway don't get it. I don't think they get it. And then other people, other influencers tell you it doesn't mean anything because I love it when people say that. It doesn't mean anything because AI is right next door and they're going to do the exact same thing to you. So they're going to sit there and say, oh, well, 120 million, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, but it's happening every second. Still doesn't mean anything. It's only 120 million, guys. Doesn't, it's just a drop in the bucket. Then at the end of the day, it's 10 trillion. Well, how did it burn that much? 10 trillion SHIB just gone in a day. Next day, same thing, right? 5 trillion, 6 trillion, whatever the market. Eventually, what's going to happen is all of a sudden, all the sellers are gone because they've just getting hogwashed, like completely getting hogwashed. The amount's being taken away and then it's gone. So it's just taken off the market. It's gone. So there's no way they can track it. So they don't understand what's just happened. Everybody understand this? Am I speaking too fast for everybody? Do you understand what that means? Because I know for a fact sellers are still going to sell it. They're like under the disbelief that it can't just disappear. Someone's just buying it and moving it to a wallet. No, they're burning it because they've maximized their support. Everybody get that? When you maximize the amount that you want, now you want to what? Create value to it. And if someone's willing to sell it under value, why not take advantage of that? And that's what AI is going to do to prove its intelligence. So that everybody looks at it and goes, well, it's not going anywhere. Like it's not going back on the exchange or anything. No, it's not to go back on the exchange. It's to what? Remove it. Use wallets that they're holding to buy it and then reduce it. Once that's done, the wallet is turfed. There's no more wallet. There's no more anything. So what happens? People continue to sell it because they don't understand it. They just can't disappear. People just are shell-shocked, right? What happens when we burn 410 trillion? What happened with the people? It took them 4 months to realize, hey, wait a second, there's no supply left. We better start doing something. Like literally, they're just following the trend. They didn't even realize there's 410 trillion burned. Half the supply. 41% of the supply is gone. Just like that. Well, we never had it before because it was always given to vitalic buterin. The half of the supply. So we're just playing with half the supply. Yeah, you're just playing with half the supply. And you weren't even playing with half the supply depending on how much Ryoshi was given to you. Because he sold his part. We're thinking he sold it back in January. At the peak. Roughly around the peak of when SHIB hit. And then he sold his. Made a fortune off of it. Got out of it. Completely exonerated himself. And if he had anything to do with the development team, Carl, don't you think he would have mentioned them somewhere? He didn't mention them at all. The only one he mentioned was vitalic buterin. And vitalic buterin said, thank you for the supply. I don't have to pay taxes now. Thank you so much. Because he used that to burn it, to donate it, so he wouldn't have to pay taxes. Hey? Very smart man, right? Thank God he did. because he created 3 wallets. And Vitalik Buterin, did he mention anything about the development team? No. So when did the development team come back out? 1 year later, after the release of SHIB. So 2021, the development team creates SHIB IO. 1 year later. Coincidence? I think what they were trying to do is mirror SHIB, create all the stuff associated with the dog to gain market share from everybody, because it was gaining more and more attention from everybody. And that's why they want to be part of it. And then they had the massive run-up. A lot of them made money. Boom, baby, boom. I think they bought 10 trillion SHIB. 10 trillion SHIB back then. To buy it cost them about $1,200, right? Fives. Something's going on with the audio. I keep breaking up. Do I keep breaking up, fives? Or is it on audio good? Not so good? 45% of battery life. I was at 53, and it's slowly dwindling down. I got it plugged in. So it's not the battery, fives. What else is going on? Supposed to cover a few things here tonight. Final word, the winner won't be who moves the money the fastest, but who moves it the smartest. Isn't that the truth? Your voice is... No! Can't be staticky. Fives. This is not good. Not good. She's breaking up. She's breaking up. Starting to sound like the $1 Million Man. Anyone know what the $1 Million Man? Most transparency with the least friction. Swift definitely by past. API systems is dominating the present. WPI is the preparing for the governing of the future. Just so everybody knows what that is. Okay, so that's the breakdown. Swift versus API versus WPI. Okay, so... Okay, this is... So, again, this is AI. The breakdown, AI corporate silence, strategic burns could rewrite global finance through SHIB. Opening narrows tonight on SHIB TV. Pull back millions. Investors see the burns, the outflows, and the whales. But what you don't see is the grip of suppression. You don't see the companies watching from the sidelines, capable of changing SHIB forever in a matter of days, but refusing to act. I don't know if it's refusing to act or if they just don't know. Portia in the house. Portia, do you find my voice is breaking up where you are? 5 says that it's staticky and it's not good. It's not good. I don't know how to improve it either. Except maybe tilt it. There we go. How's that? A little? No. Is it better now, or is it the same? Yeah, great. Hold on. Is that better? Same. Jason Cox in the house. Massachusetts Jason Cox. Massachusetts push. You can still hear. Excellent. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. As long as you can still hear me and everything's good. 5s, is that better? Babe's channel. Asper. Leah, is that okay? Any issues? I know that there's people from the UK that went by. I don't know if they got in or not. But for those that aren't, make sure that you subscribe and like the channel. Keep us well informed. What do you think? Freedom narrative. Anyone want to hear about that? The visual chart shows SHIB at 589 trillion to 10 trillion IT. Voiceover narrative. If every major company just burned 1 to 2% of their revenue, so this is just net sales, guys. Porsche, I have over 50 million. Beam me up, Scotty. You're breaking up, Captain. You're just breaking up. I need more power. I need more power. Sounds cool, like a robot. Fives. Don't. Yeah, fives. Bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the ship comes for you? Burn 1 to 2% net revenue in chips per day would reduce the circulating supply from 589 to 10 trillion in just under 4 days. So if every single company, there's over 10 million of them, if they all took it on and they only did 1 to 2% of their net sales per day, in 4 days, we have 10 trillion SHIB. In 4 days. So less than 4 days, we have less than 10 trillion. We have 10 trillion remaining in circulating supply. Now, what would happen in the next 4 days? It becomes harder and harder to what? Burn? No. It becomes easier to burn, but it becomes more expensive to burn. How's that sound? Okay. But they can still do it. They still get paid to do it. So it's not going to stop, right? As long as you're still getting paid to do it, you're always going to be burning it. So guess what? No matter what, SHIB's always going to be doing what? Adding more money, more value to your dollars. Can SHIB go to the roof? Absolutely. And it will. Will it always remain that $350 billion market cap? No. Eventually, it'll be $600 billion. But to move that much, it has to reduce that much. Okay, so there's less supply. And usually it works to 10 to 1 is the guarantee, right? So for every $1, you get 10x. And that, until it gets to about $100 to $200, then it's going to be 1 to 5, and 1 to 3, but it'll always be 1 to 2 more than 1 to 2, right? 1.22, 1.21. But you're looking at 500. You're looking at a price that you can't even fathom right now. But you're looking at a SHIB at around 200 billion left in circulation. Can we get there? Absolutely, we can get there. Everybody has a price. Just remember that. Everybody's got a price. No one's going to be holding it forever. The AI, possibly. But then they're leveraging it. And they're burning everybody else's SHIB. So, and you're like, I'm not selling mine. It doesn't matter. By that time, they're going to own the WPI, and you're going to use it for leveraging, and then they're going to try and steal it from you. They're going to try and convince you to lend it to them, and then they're going to lose it, right? You get paid. Absolutely, you're going to get paid, but not in SHIB. You're going to get paid in gold. You're going to get paid in BTC, and you're going to be happy because you got paid in BTC? Absolutely not. Because you're like, hey, wait a second, I just lost all that value. Ha 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 ha. Good luck trying to get it back from AI, AI, right? They're not giving it back. They're going to borrow. They won't let you have any. And if you try and buy it, that's even the best part. You'll be like, it's too expensive to buy it. Exactly. You have to sell your gold to buy it, and it's going to be at a premium price, about 4 or 5 times where you bought it. But you're like, yeah, I need to get it back. Of course, you're not going to get it all back. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it will roll. By that time, it'll only be by banks. Only the banking sector will be allowed to touch it. the national bankings and the central bankers won't let you use it unless you borrow, unless you lend it. If you lend it, they'll give you the money. Either way, you're still laughing. They give you the money that you can lend out to others and then reduce SHIB on your own too. And take away from, yeah, good luck with that, because theirs is not even on the open market. Be taken off the market, put it into a ledger or a central account somewhere where they can leverage it. Remember, it's all about them, not about you, right? That's why I keep telling everybody, SHIB is a very, very unique animal. It gives everybody to make money, but you have to get in now, because later on, it's going to get taken over by all these different aspects of it. And they're going to try and force your hand out of it because they don't want you to have any part of it. Anything that makes money, a lot of money, they don't want you to have it. Especially if you got control, right? They want it all. But you already know that banks want it all. Like, you go to the bank, you ask the phone, you'll notice that they'll say, oh, your credit rating is not very good. You're this or that, not very good. Yet they borrow and not pay it back. Like, what? And don't worry about their credit rating. No, their credit rating's awesome, right? Because they have you as a lender. So that's how they lend out money. It's not because of them, it's because of you. You're a great borrower. So anyone pays back their loans, you're great, right? We'll lend you all the money you want. That's the way banks are, but they want it all. They want all the control. Absolutely, they want all the control. So just keep that in mind. What else to say? Ooh, tax deductible for businesses. Anyone want to know why every single company in the world is going to want to own SHIB? Anybody care? Anybody at all? Anybody care why SHIB is going to want to own it all? Why SHIB is going to want to own it? No, I'm sorry. Why all the companies in the world are going to want to buy it? They get paid to burn it, guys. I keep telling everybody the same thing. Right? Every night we come on, we say the same thing. They get paid to burn it through their tax deductions. So, you know what I mean? Anyone own a restaurant? Anybody have a car wash? Anyone have a car wash? Anybody? Anybody have a small business? Okay, just your store. Let's go to the corner store. Okay? Someone delivers the bread, comes into the corner store. It's a perishable item. It's 3 days from expiring. Okay, how much bread did they deliver? Only 3 shelves full, right? 3 shelves. So only about 12 loaves of bread. But these 12 loaves of bread are going to expire in 3 days. And your price on those pieces of bread are $4.99 per loaf. Because you're more than No Frills, you're more than the Loblaws, you're more than double of what Walmart is and Co-op is. Because you're a convenience store. Because you don't have one thing, you have multiple things. So your perishables are going to expire in 3 days. You're not going to sell 8 loaves of bread in 3 days. You're going to be lucky to sell 3 loaves of bread in 3 days. All that other bread's gone to waste. It's gone, right? Do you get to write that off? Absolutely. You get to write that off. But what's to say that you got 3 loaves of bread? Well, it's on the books that you got 3 loaves of bread. Yeah, but they don't know how many loaves of bread that you've actually had. They know that the last order on the books was 12, and you only sold 3. But if you look at it and go, okay, I got 12 loaves of bread or 24 loaves of bread, and I had to throw away the rest of them. I only sold 3. So 3's on the books, because they don't know how many you did sell or you didn't sell, only by the cash register, right? But the ones you threw out, they have no idea. And it's on the books. Yeah, it's on the books, but you can change the number. You can write that off. It's 100% write-off. Same thing with your pop. Same thing with your water. Same thing with your orange juice. Same thing with the eggs. Same thing with meat. Your hoagies that you made the night before, and you didn't sell them all. You get to write those off because you can't sell them the next day. You either give them away or they're going in the garbage, right? You got to write that off. Same thing with your coffee. Porsche. You get it, right? Everybody gets that? Yeah, I just bought $50 worth on Monday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I just bought $50 worth more on Monday. So you get that? Everybody gets that? So every single company in the world can do this. Now, why would they do it? Half of it, remember? Half of it goes towards what? Buying more. Half of it goes towards burning more. And they get paid for it. So if every single company can do the exact same thing, we have no supply left very, very quickly. But I don't think it's going to, I honestly think that AI is going to take over, and that's going to be it. Because these companies that they are behind, Gemini, are you kidding me? Facebook AI, you got to be kidding me. IBM, there's not a chance. And they compete with each other, it's over. Over. They got hundreds of billions of dollars they can play with. SHIB's at a market cap of 8.4, 7.9 right now, 7.2 billion-dollar market cap, and these companies have billions at their disposal. Billions at their disposal. Yeah, you got that? Yeah. Everybody understand that? Okay, good. I'm Will, your host of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. We have to have a carryover for tomorrow on the raffle draw, and tomorrow we're going to cover. What are we going to cover tomorrow? More of the AI trading bots. I keep doing segments because I want to know. We got the war room going on, so with the AI to find out if and when AI is taking over on the buy orders, so that's important. So we always cover that aspect of it. So we always have a war room ready in case we can see certain patterns forming. That's already in motion. I'm yet to build a bot, though, that's going to be able to monitor the bots. It's tough, guys. I'll tell you the honest truth. It's almost impossible, especially with Bluebit, where they don't host anything. It's like almost impossible. When you have Gate.io, that's, they have their own segment, and Robinhood, you can't, again, you have no idea how many wallets are on Robinhood. So it's all speculation. You get the whole point of it. I'm Will, your host of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle of this TV broadcast, and I have to say good morning, good afternoon, good night from wherever you are in the world. And then we're going to cover, everybody knows this, right? John 3:16. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, the Lamb of God. His blood was shed so that you may live. Isn't that awesome? So everybody has to come to Jesus Christ in order to get in heaven. You have to be humble. Get down on one knee and say, Jesus Christ, please forgive me of my sins. I recognize that you're the Son of God, that you gave your life for me at Calvary, and I appreciate your sacrifice. It didn't go unnoticed. I noticed it, and I give my life to you. I surrender. And please forgive me of my sins. Thank you, and I love you all, right? And Jesus did that for the entire world, not just for me and you, for the entire world. So no matter what they've done, they can always come to Jesus Christ and be forgiven of their sins. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, love be with you. In Jesus Christ, look over our brothers and sisters on our channel and look after Jason Cox in the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. God bless you all. Have a great, wonderful night, everybody. Hold on a second. I get hallelujah. Hallelujah, and praise the Lord. I've been wanting to do this for a little while. Play the littlest hobo for you. Imagine being able to see SHIB rise to $10. The littlest hobo. Tomorrow. King Keto. Funky tomorrow. I wanna settle down till tomorrow. I'll just keep moving on. God bless you. Have a great night, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Take care of yourself.